Have you ever looked at the modern landscape of family SUVs and felt like something was missing? It seems like every year our choices get a little softer, a little rounder, and a little more like raised minivans. But what if you want a vehicle that can comfortably take the kids to school on a Tuesday, and then conquer a muddy mountain trail on a Saturday without breaking a sweat? Welcome back to Crownline Reviews, everyone. Today we are looking at a machine that refuses to go soft. This is the highly anticipated 2026 Toyota Fortuner, and it might just be the ultimate antidote to the boring family crossover. For years, the Fortuner has been the unsung hero of the global SUV market. If you are not familiar with its history, let me break it down simply. The Fortuner is essentially the SUV version of the legendary Toyota Hilux pickup truck. The Hilux is famous around the world for being practically indestructible. You could drop it from a building, sink it in the ocean, and it would probably still start up. Fortuner takes that exact same tough-as-nails skeleton, known as a ladder frame chassis, and puts a comfortable, family-friendly SUV body on top of it. In the past, earlier generations of the Fortuner were incredibly capable off-road, but they felt a bit rough and bouncy on the regular pavement. They felt exactly like what they were, pickup trucks with a roof over the back. But looking at this stunning 2026 model sitting right here under the auto show lights, it is clear that Toyota has completely rewritten the rulebook. This vehicle has evolved from a rugged workhorse into something that looks genuinely premium, without losing an ounce of its tough heritage. Just look at the sheer presence of this thing. The paint color on this specific model is a brilliant, liquid silver metallic that catches every single beam of light in the room. It gives the SUV a sophisticated, almost futuristic glow, but Toyota brilliantly paired that elegant silver with a gloss black contrasting roof. This two-tone design visually lowers the roofline, making this tall, imposing vehicle look incredibly sleek and planted to the ground. Let us talk about that front end because it is an absolute showstopper. Toyota has ditched the traditional rounded sombrero logo on the grille for this model. Instead, they have spelled out Toyota in bold block letters right across the center. This is a massive nod to their classic heritage off-roaders like the vintage Land Cruisers. It immediately tells you that this vehicle means business. The grille itself features this intricate geometric mesh pattern that looks like it was machined from a solid block of steel. Flanking that aggressive grille are some of the sharpest, most piercing LED headlights I have seen on a Toyota. They are slim, modern, and they flow perfectly into these incredibly distinctive vertical daytime running lights. Those vertical lights cascade all the way down the edges of the front bumper, giving the Fortuner a wide, unmistakable signature in the dark. Moving down the side of the vehicle, the muscularity just continues. You cannot miss those squared-off black plastic fender flares over the wheels. They are not just there for decoration, they protect the paint from rocks and debris when you take this thing off the beaten path. They also make the Fortuner look like it has been hitting the gym. Tucked neatly under the doors are integrated side steps. Now on some SUVs, side steps are just a cosmetic afterthought. But on the Fortuner, because it sits so high off the ground, those steps are absolutely necessary for children or even just shorter adults to climb up into the cabin. It is a perfect example of form meeting function. And we have to talk about the shoes on this machine. This Fortuner is rolling on a set of beautiful multi-spoke alloy wheels. They feature a machined silver face with gloss black inner spokes, perfectly echoing the two-tone silver and black theme of the body. If you look closely, you can see they are wrapped in thick, meaty Bridgestone dueler tires. These are not thin, low-profile sports car tires that will pop on the first pothole you hit. These are proper, high-profile tires designed to absorb impacts, grip loose dirt, and provide a comfortable ride over broken pavement. Behind those wheels, you can just make out the heavy-duty brake calipers, ready to bring this big machine to a safe stop. Every single visual detail on this exterior screams durability and quiet confidence. While we cannot climb fully inside this specific display model today, knowing Toyota's current design language, we know exactly what to expect when you open those solid doors. The interior of the new Fortuner will be a masterclass in durable comfort. You will not find delicate, easily scratched piano black plastics everywhere. Instead, expect chunky, rubberized dials that you can operate even if you're wearing winter gloves. Expect thick, supportive seats wrapped in materials designed to wipe clean after a messy family road trip. Toyota knows that the people buying this vehicle are going to use it hard. They are going to spill coffee, track in mud, and load the back with heavy gear. The cabin is designed to be a comfortable sanctuary that can withstand the chaos of everyday life. Underneath that sculpted silver hood, the 2026 Fortuner is expected to bring some serious modern capability. While exact numbers are still under wraps, the industry expectation is a powerful, torque-heavy diesel engine, likely paired with a mild hybrid system. Now, if you are not a car expert, torque is simply the pulling power of the engine. It is what pushes you back in your seat when you step on the gas, and it is what allows a vehicle to tow a heavy boat or a camper trailer without struggling. By adding a mild hybrid system, Toyota is taking that strong diesel engine and making it smoother and more fuel efficient. The small electric motor helps the engine when it is working its hardest, like when accelerating from a stoplight, which saves you money at the fuel pump while still giving you all the power you need. So what is it actually like to drive a vehicle like this in the real world? If you're used to driving a small, low-to-the-ground car, stepping into the Fortuner is going to feel like climbing into a fortress. You sit incredibly high up, giving you a commanding view of the road ahead. You can see over the traffic, which gives you a wonderful sense of safety and control. Because it is built on that tough truck frame, the steering will feel a bit heavier than a standard car. It is not a sports car that darts around corners. It is a momentum vehicle. You guide it and it confidently goes where you point it. When you hit a rough patch of road, or a massive pothole that would make a regular car shudder, the Fortuner simply absorbs it. That heavy-duty suspension and those thick Bridgestone tires work together to iron out the imperfections in the road. It feels solid, planted, and incredibly secure. However, that truck-based frame does come with a trade-off. On a perfectly smooth highway, it might feel slightly more jittery than a car-based crossover like a Toyota Highlander. It is a small compromise for the immense off-road and towing capability you get in return. It is the difference between wearing a comfortable pair of running shoes and a sturdy pair of hiking boots. Both are great, but they are built for very different purposes. Let us talk about the reality of owning this vehicle day in and day out. This is where the Fortuner truly shines, and it is a big reason why you are watching Crownline Reviews today. We care about what happens after you drive off the dealer lot. When you buy a Toyota, especially one built on the Hilux platform, you are buying peace of mind. These vehicles are legendary for their reliability. With basic routine maintenance, Fortuner is the kind of vehicle that will easily last for 20 years or more. It is the car you buy when your kids are in elementary school, and it is the same car they learn to drive in when they turn 16. Running costs are generally very reasonable for a vehicle of this size. The expected mild hybrid diesel engine will provide excellent fuel economy for a large SUV, meaning fewer stops at the gas station during your family road trips. And then there's the resale value. In the automotive world, we often joke about the Toyota tax. Because these vehicles are so reliable and so highly sought after, they hold their value incredibly well. If you decide to sell your Fortuner in 5 or 10 years, you are going to get a much larger percentage of your money back compared to almost any other brand on the market. It is not just a car purchase, it is a smart financial decision for your family. I want to pause for a second and ask you all a question. When you look at this 2026 Fortuner with its aggressive Toyota heritage grille and that sleek silver and black paint job, what is the first road trip that comes to your mind? Are you taking this up to a snowy mountain cabin, or are you packing it full of beach gear for a summer vacation? Let me know down in the comments below. I read every single one of them, and I love hearing how you all plan to use these incredible machines. And hey, if you are enjoying this deep dive into the new Fortuner, please hit that subscribe button. It helps us keep bringing you the most detailed, honest car reviews on YouTube. Though it is time for the honest verdict. Who is the 2026 Toyota Fortuner actually for? If you live in the center of a crowded city, if you only ever drive on perfectly paved roads, and if your biggest obstacle is a speed bump at the grocery store, this might be more vehicle than you need. A softer car-based crossover will give you a slightly smoother ride and might be easier to park in tight spaces. The Fortuner is a big, heavy, capable machine, and it makes no apologies for that. But if you're someone who craves adventure, if you have a boat to tow, a camper to pull, or a dirt road that leads to your favorite fishing spot, if you want a vehicle that makes you feel incredibly safe and secure, knowing it can handle absolutely anything the weather or the road throws at it, and most importantly, if you want a vehicle that looks this good while doing it all, then the 2026 Toyota Fortuner is in a class of its own. It has taken the rugged, unbreakable soul of a work truck and wrapped it in a sharp, modern, highly desirable package. It is a reminder that you do not have to give up capability just because you need to carry your family. You can have the tough looks, the off-road prowess, and the everyday comfort all in one driveway. Thank you so much for joining me today on Crownline Reviews. We have loved exploring this incredible new SUV with you. Remember, the road ahead is rarely perfectly paved, so you might as well drive something that doesn't care. Stay safe, keep exploring, and we will see you in the next review.